He knocks on his door. He's like, cousin opens the door, probably already blazed now I think about it, and he's just like, yeah, we can smoke. Goes out. He literally had this car, bro, that was in front of his house that didn't run. I don't think that car ran for like 10 years. It was just a smoke hotbox car. He would just smoke in that car. Yeah, bro.
Today's guest I've known since elementary school. He's definitely one of my best friends out there. We've had some crazy adventures, getting into trouble. Known him since, I want to say, third grade, and he has been an influential and a great person to be friends with the entire time. I want to thank and I want to welcome with warm arms Wyatt Wells to the podcast.
Damn, dude, thank you. I love you, man.
Dude, I love you, man, too, and that's what this whole thing's all about. So, Wyatt, I'm really glad that you're able to connect with us today on our second episode of the podcast. First episode with Seth as our producer. So we're really hoping to get the show really started so that we can just make this like kind of like a bi-weekly thing and we can always be just connecting with each other doing shit. All right, here we go. Let's go in and get started, man. So what are you up to today, bro? I know it's a Tuesday and you didn't have much to do, but what were you going to be doing today?
Bro, it's raining down here in the valley. We've been having a nasty storm. Everyone here is tripping out because usually, it's dry and we're getting quite a bit of rain. So
crazy.
Picking back. The mountains are filling up with snow. Bro, we had snow on the mountain right behind us, right by the neighborhood, on top of that mountain for like the first time in I don't know how many years.
We actually got some snow out here in Santa Barbara, which is crazy as well. We got
on
snow
on
the mountains, bro. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen it. Yeah, I just woke up one day and saw it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that LA got a freaking blizzard warning, and I don't think they've ever gotten that shit. I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy. Snow's hitting Cali for once.
I know, dude. It's definitely going to be great for all the agriculture during the summertime, and it's going to be even better for all the snowboarders up there because they're just going to extend that season and you're going to have more time to have fun up there.
Oh, yeah. And the lake in the summer is going to be full, bro. It should be a good one. Good year, honestly.
That's so sick. For those of us that don't know, me and Wyatt are actually originally from the Central Valley of California, a little small town called Centerville, also known.
Yes,
we also got Sanger, which we rep. Honestly, when you think of California, I wouldn't say you would necessarily think of the Central Valley. We don't got any beaches, palm trees. We don't even got a lot of hot girls over there, sadly. But people are up early and they're working hard. And I know Wyatt's, he's had to definitely have a change of pace in his work life. He went from doing some construction, making some good money, riding some massive trailers. And then all of a sudden now he has his family's horse ranch kind of placed on his shoulders. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how that transition has been from construction over to the ranching world? I think a lot of people would love to hear about that.
Man, like you said, I was just an average Joe, just waking up early, going to work, working all day, getting off work, have a few hours to myself, and then go back to sleep and repeat, bro. Just do it again. Kind of like, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make that buck, to be able to get by. And it was cool. The best part was being able to, like you said, I was traveling, living in a trailer. So the best part was being able to see new places, open up my mind, and kind of step out of the valley. Like you were saying, we don't have too much here. So finally, when I did leave, it's like opening my mind a lot to what's actually out there,
Where would you say one of your favorite places to be when you did get sent out across the country to work?
Bro, Arizona is honestly where it's at. Something about Arizona, like Seth says, the vibes, dude, just, I don't know. I remember specifically.
Was the heat something similar to the Central Valley, or was it hotter, colder? What was your opinion on that?
I feel like God prepared me for that, honestly, because it gets hot as hell here. You know what I mean? It's like 110 here. So 10 more degrees. Wow, what's 10 more degrees? It's miserable already at 110. So it definitely is miserable at 120. But I handled it. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, something about Arizona. Like I remember traveling from Arizona here to California to visit some family, and then going back to Arizona, like when I was like an hour away from where I was staying at the campground. I remember just turning off the directions. Before that, on the whole trip, I'm just like driving like, oh, dude, I can't wait to be home. And then I remember getting close and just turning off the directions, just chill. All the stress, all the anxiety went away. I was like, dude, I don't even care. I'm home. I'm in Arizona. I don't even care. Like,
You're
there's
just
something about the
cruising.
vibe there. It's like it's super, super chill, super, super chill there.
That's really
Yeah.
cool because when I think of Arizona, I kind of get similar vibes to the Central Valley. You know, we got
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing there's a lot of Mexicans out there. I'm
Oh
guessing
yeah.
there's a lot of Mexican food, probably great Mexican food. A lot of farm workers, a lot of cowboys, and just a lot of
Dude,
hot weather. Is that an accurate description, or is that what you
dude,
found?
all that was super accurate. It's very similar to here. I mean, a little less green, obviously, but yeah, dude, super similar to here. And I would say the main thing is it's less fast paced. You know, when you're here, like you're just driving on the road and cars are like flying past you. Like if you're not going to speed like it's over the speed limit, they're pissed off. Like over there, bro, people are just a little more chill. You know what I mean? Everyone's kind of like, it's cool. Everything's cool. Like they're happy to be there.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that when you're living in a place like Cali, when you're living in a place like New York, these are expensive cities to live in. You can't
Yep.
just really just kick back, and be fine. So I wonder if the grind is just a lot harder in these types of areas where people just have to work a little bit extra, be a little bit quicker, just because they got so much shit to do in the day to make sure that they're able to pay the bills at the end of the month.
Dude, I would agree with that for sure. Like, there is some people over there that just, as long as they get what they need, they're chilling. And here, it's always like you're trying to boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Level up to get out, or I don't know, whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah, the competition's high. I want to say the housing market probably has a big thing to do with it too. Once you get a house, I feel like your vibe definitely kind of cools down.
Oh
Once you
yeah,
got the house secured under your name, you're paying a mortgage on it. You're just like, wow, I can chill now. And I feel like since the houses are so expensive out here in Cali, not a lot of people have the house, so they don't
yep,
have that comfort level. They're either renting or they're trying their best to save as much as they can so that they can get that house. But yeah, I think that probably adds a lot of insecurity for people. I mean, think about it. What are some
yeah,
of the things we need for survival? Housing, water, food. And a lot of people out here in California don't have that housing thing locked down. We got a terrible homeless problem, but I'm just thinking of the people that have to go month to month renting.
yep,
Like that is just a level of an anxiety where I got to come up with this money and it doesn't mean anything. It's like at the end of the day, it's only for a month.
yep,
This house is not mine. I can't do anything with it, which really does suck. And the housing crisis is really bad out here, especially in places like Santa Barbara. And with some like reading I've done, even Fresno is actually like spiking right now when it comes to
yeah,
their
dude,
housing market. A lot of people are trying to go out to Fresno and buy property. Do
yeah.
you have any reason why you think that is?
Bro, I don't know. Maybe just I think I want to say that Fresno is one on the top five biggest cities in Cali, so I know it's actually bigger than we think, dude. There's a lot of people here. I mean, obviously we're outside Fresno, but there's a lot of people here, dude. And there's big businesses too. Like, I mean, off top, Whipple Superchargers. Do you know what that is?
No, dude,
They
tell me
make
what is it?
Whipple Superchargers makes superchargers for like 5.0 Mustangs and different types of V8 cars, right? And dude, they're literally all across US. They're known. Like if you say the name Whipple to someone who's in the car community, like they know right away. And Whipple's born and raised started in Fresno. Like there's big companies that are from Fresno, huge companies. But
Yeah, yeah,
e-
definitely.
e- even looking for housing before getting in here, dude, rent is insane, insane in Fresno. I was like, for nothing. I mean, for regular ass houses, it's pretty crazy. Personally, I don't think I could ever go in the city, bro. It's just it, like you were saying, a level of insecurity and fear, bro. Even if I got my own house in the city, I'd be tripping like all the time. Like, damn, where's this power come from? I'm not in charge of this power. Where's this water come from? I'm not in charge of this water. You know what I mean? Like, what if those shits turn off?
Wow.
Yeah,
I think that definitely leads me into another question I've definitely wanted to ask you. Why is what do you think has been the major change between how you grew up when it comes to like what you're eating, what you're putting in your body versus how you're raising Jack?
yeah,
Your 16-month son. I'd love to
dude.
hear about that.
Mainly what Zach what Seth said. I mean, growing up, I don't think our parents had the big like flood of information that we get from social media now. Like you can literally just scroll on TikTok, and if you want, you can look at the healthy side of TikTok and just see a crap ton of information. Or you can look at doctors who have social media accounts that actually talk about stuff that they learned in college, and I mean, like people are spitting real information on social media now. And for you to just like kind of hear it and let it go in one ear and out the other, I feel like is ignorant. Like that, like this is something that we got to use to our advantage. Like I said, like our parents, they didn't know this necessarily, so that's why I don't take it out on them. But definitely, we got fed just like dog food shit. You know what I mean? Like shit that just has straight artificial stuff. But yeah,
Cereals, the
oh yeah, bro,
Gatorades, the
dude,
Pop
yeah,
Tarts, the
dude.
Lay's chips.
I mean, the food that they want to give out for cheap, the food that they make cheapest is ends up being the most unhealthy. So then, I mean, it's a vicious cycle. So then you go into the hospital and you need treatment for it. And the treatment is pharmaceuticals, which the hospitals and the elites also own. You know what I mean? It's just like this huge cycle.
Feel like the general consistency as of maybe 3 years ago was big
Yeah,
pharma is bad. They're
yeah,
getting people addicted to opioids. They're getting people addicted to all of these, these drugs that are supposed to treat either mental behaviors, either physical
yeah,
ailments, but at the same time, they're not encouraging, hey, maybe go outside, 30 minutes, go for a run.
yeah,
Maybe eat
yeah,
some good food, some fruits and vegetables.
yeah,
I think the general consensus is that big pharma is trying to exploit most Americans and most people to make profit off of them without actually really caring about their health. And
yeah,
now I feel like that in the post-COVID world, everyone's kind of a little bit hesitant to talk about that. But I think the sentiment's still there, and I think we do realize that we need a lot more than just taking a drug to heal a problem. We need to be eating better. We need to be sleeping better. We need to be exercising every day.
yeah,
These are something we were just doing as a kid,
yeah,
but
dude.
it's not really encouraged for the adults. I've come to found here in America for sure.
Oh yeah, like dude, exactly like you just said, the stuff that we just naturally did as a kid is a blessing. Like the fact that we grew up here where we did, and we freaking ran around barefoot for 3 months in the summer. You know, the fact that we like just swam in rivers all day and like, dude, wrestled in the grass, like whatever the hell we did. You know, we're actual little boys just playing, playing, playing. Like made us so healthy, dude. We could withstand anything back then. And now, like, it's like you say, we forget to that hey, we got to go outside. You got to take off your shoes. You got to freaking eat some dirt. You know what I mean? Like, you got to still be that same kid, dude. For
Yeah, yeah, I
real.
definitely agree. I think it probably helps keep you young as well. That kid mindset, that the idea of just wanting to go outside and play, not necessarily have anything that you really want to do or you need to do. It's just
Yep.
kind of just figuring it out in the moment. And I think that's
Oh, yeah.
definitely a great mindset to be in, even as an adult, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, so that's what's really amazing is being able to watch Jack do the same things, bro. Like already he just goes outside and he's on the same exact vibe that we were on. Like I could just see it in his eyes. He's like, wow, this infinite possibilities here. You know what I mean? Like anything you want to do, bro. Let's just figure it out. It's an adventure. And then on top of that, he's getting the better food. Well, as good as I can try and provide, you know? And I'm just hoping, cross my fingers, it makes a change. I mean, we'll see, but at least I can set him up with the best cards possible. Then once he's 18, hey, do what you want to do, eat what you want to
Right.
eat, but
Right. I
just
think
try.
even if he does go off I think of, I don't know if you know the story of Nigel Houston.
Uh
His
huh.
dad's like a hello Rastafarian type of guy. So it's only vegan, don't cut your hair, don't use any pharmaceuticals. It's like living that natural life as if, society wasn't here, because I think a lot of the Rastafarians, they're not big fans of society in general. They kind of
Yeah.
like the more oneness with nature type of vibe. And
Oh yeah.
I know, Nigel, he was forced to be vegan, forced to do all this at a young age. So when he turned 18 and he dipped from his dad, maybe he was even younger, like 16, he kind of went on, he got tattoos, he cut his hair, started eating junk food. But I just watched this recent podcast talking about how later in life he started going back to the principles that his dad taught him, because, he just got a little bit older. Your body changes when you get older. When you're in your young 20s, you could eat whatever you want and
Bro,
you'll be
whatever.
fine,
Yep.
whatever. But I think once you start getting a little bit older, your gut gets a little bit more sensitive. He has that, that teaching from his dad to be like, okay, I can do this. I can go vegan. I was vegan for the first 16 years of my life. I can,
Yeah.
or maybe I can find a balance where I still eat meat, but, I'm also making sure that either one, I'm only doing it a couple of times a week, or two, I'm making sure that it's coming from, like a ethical source of protein. It's not these just factory farms that we see all over the place in the Central Valley, but it's actually like just good food, good meat. Because that's
Yep.
another thing. I feel like, seeing the types of treatment that we see of all of the animals out there in the valley, it's like kind of makes you like kind of get a little disgusted about like the meat industry a bit. You know what I mean? You're like, it's not
dude.
that clean, not that sanitary or anything like that.
1000%. I mean, hey, we had a buddy who worked at Foster Farms. Shout out Alan.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
tell me
dude.
about that. I don't think I remember his story.
Dude, Alan, Seth, you know Alan, of course, bro.
Yeah, I know Alan too. I just don't know the story.
Yeah, dude, he freaking worked at Foster Farms right there in Sanger, and he's like, dude, he's like, I won't eat chicken. Like, I don't even like chicken anymore. I'm like, really? He's like, bro, I know where we sell our chicken. We sell our chicken to all the stores, like McDonald's, Walmart. Like, dude, our chicken goes everywhere. He's like, they're treated like crap, bro. So he says some days he's walking through shit, literally knee high. He's wearing mud boots like waiters, but he's walking through that much shit, and the chickens are just trying to freaking walk on top of that like muddy shit, dude. It's horrible, horrible,
Mm,
horrible, disgusting. They're growing up in the most just rank conditions of all time, bro. Feces everywhere. So it's
yeah.
like, and I have right now I have four chickens, and my four chickens, dude, they literally live the best chicken life of all time. I go out, let them out in the morning, because at first I wasn't really like locking them up. And I ended up losing like three different chickens, bro. To freaking
What'd you
like,
lose him to?
bro, it's still a mystery, but I'm either guessing an owl, a raccoon, or a possum. But I don't think it was a possum. I'm thinking it's more along the lines of owl or raccoon, because whatever killed him, it just ate the head and left the body. And I was like, asshole, bro. Why would you like just wasted the
What?
meat? Yeah, just ate the head, bro. I also had a 30 something pound freaking Thanksgiving turkey, bro. Big old turkey, dude. She was so cool.
And
Yeah,
where'd you
she
get
was
him from?
from the same lady that I bought my chickens from. She was like, "Hey, do you want this turkey?" And I was like, "Why are you selling it?" And she's like, "Well, it's a fair project, but it has some sort of some mites or whatever, like pretty much like lice for birds." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take it." And it's still fine. It just had like I don't know, whatever. It's a little dirty, cochina.
Yeah.
And I freaking I took her and fed her freaking every day, dude. She was so G. She literally like waddled because she was so fat. She couldn't even walk. She had to like waddle everywhere. And freaking yeah, dude. I used to lock her up with the chickens after I lost my first three chickens, and then I was down to four chickens and a turkey. And my turkey, dude, I felt bad because she would almost make like Foster Farms in that fucking coop, man. She would shit so much in the bottom of their coop. I'm like, damn, turkey, you're making a mess, bro. Like you're just standing in shit, like disgusting. So one night she was like kind of by the coop, but like I don't know. Anyway, she was sitting down in the corner underneath that barn. And I'm like, dude, she's fine. Like she's under the barn, She's already. And this is when the turkey slept, it would literally like put its head back. Like it looked like it was already dead. Didn't even look like it was alive. So I was like, if anything sees it, maybe it's gonna think it's dead anyways. Like maybe it'll survive. Dude, the one night I left it out, came back in the morning, turkey had no head. Freaking ate like a bunch of it. I was just like so sad. One of the saddest mornings out here yet. I was like, damn, bro. And that's when I got my lesson learned. The night you get comfortable is the night they kill your animals. I'm not kidding. Like another animal, as soon as you get comfortable, bro, that is when they'll kill your animal. I swear, it sucks. But
And do you have any clue what possibly got the turkey? Did it have bite marks or claw marks?
that had to be coyotes. I saw some coyote poop close, and I was like, oh yeah, it's coyotes for sure. Because it was a big turkey, bro. Like I don't even think an owl could kill that turkey. It was a big ass turkey, huge.
So
But
you didn't get to enjoy it on Thanksgiving, man.
dude, well, this is the funny part. It was like 2, 3 weeks past Thanksgiving, because when Thanksgiving came around, my whole family was like, "Oh, are you gonna kill your turkey?" And I was just too sad, bro. I was like, "Dude, I
Dude,
love." I was like, "I
what
love this
was it?
turkey."
Did you go out there and have the intention, okay, I'm going to do it, and you just couldn't do it? Or was it just like, nah, that's my
Nah,
family. I'm not going
yeah,
after it.
nah. Just like every day, I just think about it more as we got closer to Thanksgiving, and then I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing it." Like, we already have turkeys from the store. Like, I'm not. We don't need it. Like, fuck it, dude. Yeah, like I'll just save this thing, and maybe one day who cares? Like maybe I'll eat it one day, but I don't know. I was trying to give it a good life, and I actually loved that turkey, dude. I loved seeing it waddle around every day. It was hella cool. And then that's why when
That
it
sounds
died,
amazing.
I was so mad. I was like, I should have just ate it, bro. Like the damn
Yeah,
ass coyotes
yeah,
got it.
you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you probably would have ate a lot more of that turkey than they did, you know? You probably
Bro,
left a lot of it.
they did. They did. They really did. So those assholes. Yeah,
Lesson learned, don't get too attached to your turkey or
yeah,
make sure it's really protected. Either
yeah.
way.
Don't get too comfortable. But see, imagine a cow, bro. Imagine getting a baby cow. How much you would love that thing over time, dude. Like you would love it so much. And cows are such peaceful animals. Like they don't do anything. They're like yeah, they're like big docile animals, you know. So I don't know. It's such a sad thing.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like, if you don't have the balls to like kill it in a way, it kind of
Yep.
does reflect poorly on you because you're just like, fuck, I'm down to eat all this shit when I don't see it. But when I
Yep.
look at it,
Yep.
now I can't do it.
Yeah, dude.
And
It's
that,
true. It's very true. See, that's actually like everything you're saying is like I've been thinking about this so much lately. Like I'm literally contemplating going vegetarian because of what you just said, how bad like the conditions are here and that I don't know where my meat is sourced from right now. So it's like, dude, it's just I mean, yeah, you can buy something that's labeled organic, but you didn't see that they were in a field like my four chickens right now. You know, like my four chickens, I let them out in the morning. They freaking roam around a big grass field and then they go back in at night. Like they literally get to live a life of an actual chicken. But I don't know, dude. It's hard to say when you don't get to see where it comes from.
I feel like I've definitely gone the route of trying to be vegetarian. It's definitely hard. I definitely
Yeah,
feel like you don't feel as energized throughout the
yeah,
day because you don't have that protein. Especially if if you're lifting weights, you definitely need some of that protein as well. But I think it is best if we all can limit ourselves. We don't got to eat meat every single day.
every
That's just the
day.
norm. That's the
Yeah,
norm. Every
yeah,
meal have a piece of protein. That's what they tell us.
dude. Yeah, I mean, seriously, just because, like I just said, it's you don't know where they're coming from. But the main thing is also what you said is then okay, other route. If you do want to eat them still, best bet is get your own, grow them, raise them, give them love, give them a good life, and then harvest them. You know, respectfully, as humane as possible, right? But then that's the part where you have to be a man or whatever you want to call it to actually go and kill the animal, and then you get all that karma,
Have you done that before? No.
dude. No, not
So
a
not
single
even with your
animal.
chickens. So it's more of it for the
No,
eggs.
just for the eggs right now because I only
Okay.
got four anyways. So,
Yeah. I mean, the
but
eggs, that's cool too.
yeah, I also got three goats, but two of them are girls and one of them's pregnant. So hopefully I get a baby goat pretty soon. That'd be cool. Yeah,
That'd actually be really cool if you can get a baby goat. My friend
dude.
David, remember David Gorilla? He had a baby goat.
Yeah,
He loved
so
that thing. But then
so cute, bro.
he still sold it at the end of the day. You know what I
Yeah, dude,
mean?
so cute. Yeah, I love my goats hella. Just when the way they look at you, they got some weird looking eyes, dude. Like you can tell that there's more than just an animal in there. You can tell there's a soul in that goat. That's what sucks, dude. The more you're around the animals, you can tell that they're literally just us, but in an animal body. Like I don't know what they did in their human life to end up in an animal body, but dude, seriously, when you're looking at them, you're like, damn, that's me in a freaking animal. Like holy shit. I don't know if I should kill it or not.
Yeah.
So it's
I feel
hard,
like
dude.
I wonder if there's anything to the more you love an animal, the more it starts to kind of be aware of what it
Bro,
is. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think me and you talked about that before with dogs, that there's like a level of love that you need to give a dog before the dog becomes self-aware and is like, holy shit, I'm a dog and I'm your pet. And it starts realizing shit, you know? So, so literally maybe the same thing with the animals, like every day you show them this love and pretty soon maybe, I mean, that'd be a pretty crazy thought for a goat to be like, shit, I'm a goat. But maybe, dude, I don't know. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
there's some animals that are just they're way too intelligent for them not to be self-aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Definitely, definitely. Like even dude, some freaking cows, bro. When I look at them, when I see their eyes, dude, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what the fuck's going on. Like you've been here for a while. You know. You definitely know. Like you know that you're a cow. Especially the mama cows. I feel like the mama cows are super in tune, bro. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
It is really crazy. That is really crazy to think because cows especially, it's like we don't really see a lot of them. We don't treat them as pets. We just think of them
Yeah,
as
no.
food. But
Yep.
when you do get to know a cow, they're
Yeah.
some of the most loving, compassionate beings out there.
Besides the just the animals that are getting raised out here, besides horses, goats, chickens, cows, freaking the wild animals are pretty crazy too. I mean, as you're older, as kids, we saw all these wild animals, ducks, herons, cranes, coyotes, everything, and pigs. And now as I'm older, I'm like, oh man, these things are actually like These are why people kill them. These are a nuisance, you know? Like, for example, the coyotes killed my freaking turkey. The pigs come and ruin the ground. You know, like just all these different things. And I can see why people start to hunt. But I'm like, damn. And it's just the same boat. I'm like, damn. The human inside you, like, oh yeah, let's kill it. Who cares? You know, let's just go kill everything. And then you actually think, you're like, dude, that coyote's, he's just trying to live too. He's just trying to get by. You know, he's just trying to get his next meal.
But that coyote will eat your baby if it is left out. You know what I mean? If
Dude,
it gets hungry enough, it will eat your baby.
that's what's true. That's what's true. And hey, you want to know a crazy story, Caleb? Literally, one of my coworkers, he was telling me about this had to be about 10 years ago, but that there was a couple mama horses that were far out on the ranch towards the back of the ranch, and right along the river that runs right here by Sherwood and us. So they're like backed up to that. And anyways, they were real close to having their baby, like literally a few days away from giving birth. And my coworker, he told his boss at the time, he's like, hey, we need to pull these horses in because they're gonna have their baby soon, and we don't want them to have it in the field, you know. And he's like,
Why
nah.
is that bad?
I mean, they can do it, but it's just you'd rather be there. You'd rather have them in a stall with like bedding, you know, so that the baby can, if the horse lays down or whatever, they can be on some nice padded ground, and then you can see them first thing in the morning. You can check on them, make sure the baby's okay, whatever. So instead of going out and finding them, I mean, they usually do all right out there too because that's what they would do in the wild. But it's just better to pull them up because these are race horses. So, anyways, these two moms were about to have their baby. He tells the boss that we should bring them in. The boss goes, nah, they got a couple days. They got like 3 or 4 days left. And he's like, all right. Sure enough, the next day gets a call like 4 a.m., like 2 hours before work from the night watchman. He's like, hey, dude, these horses are just running like crazy. I can't get them to stop running. I don't know what they're running from. And he's like, all right, I'll be right there. So he comes in. He has a flashlight. He's shining his flashlight. He's like, as he's walking out to the horses, trying to get them to stop. He's putting his arms up. He's yelling, ho, and trying to get them to slow down. But he said these horses are just booking it, just going crazy. Two pregnant mamas going crazy. And he's like, damn, what's wrong with them? And finally he stops them like in a corner, and he has a flashlight on him. He's like trying to like get them to chill out because they won't chill. And he said he sees like their eyes, like they're literally like frightened to death, bro. Like they have this look in their eyes, like I don't know. And then he's like looks and sees when the one mom is running away that she literally had claw marks down her freaking hind end. Huge claw marks, bro. Like a lion, like an actual lion.
So we're talking mountain
And
lion.
yeah, bro. And there's
Or
no baby
bobcat.
in sight. No, he says mountain lion for sure. And he said that there was no baby in sight. That mom, they checked her the next morning. She wasn't pregnant anymore. So the one that he thought was going to give birth, it did give birth. And sure enough, somehow the mountain lion knew and was waiting or watching. I don't know.
You can
Came
probably
out,
smell it.
dude,
Smell the
came out.
pheromone she's giving off.
Yeah. Came out, got the baby, drugged the baby off. He said he could see blood going out of the pasture.
God.
Took a live baby, and then also tried getting the mom after that. Was like, and then realized probably got kicked or something. I don't know, but the mom had huge wounds on her back, and he was like, said it was one of the craziest things ever. He was like, dude, I did not think the mountain lions were down here like this. It's crazy. There's actual mountain lions here.
Dude, I've seen when I was working on that same golf course,
Oh
Sherwood Golf
yeah,
Course,
bro. Yeah.
5 a.m. in the morning. I turn around after driving my golf cart. There's a fucking big cat fucking chasing me. I'm like, no fucking way. Mountain lion. Just booked it as fast as I could back to the clubhouse. And I was just like, there's a mountain lion out there. I'm not going out there while that thing's out there.
Holy
Crazy, man.
shit, bro.
There are literally
Holy
lions
shit.
out here. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
It makes me think, bro, that must have been what it was like back in like the Midwest. There's probably packs of these things that would just roam the freaking land. You know what I mean? Like literally like exactly how lions are like in Africa and over there. Like they must have been like that here. And then when we started killing all the animals and populating, they just moved up into the mountains. That's why they're called mountain lions. But it's like these things are freaking North American lions, bro. They're pretty crazy to think about.
Have you
Like,
been to that mountain lion sanctuary they got over there?
dude, no. But you know, it's another crazy thing is when our horses die, every once in a while, like a super old horse will die. They want us to take the horse up there and drop it off
At the
because
mountain lion sanctuary.
they'll chop it off and feed it to the mountain lions.
So that's how they got the blood and the taste for horse. You know
Oh,
what I
dude.
mean?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, that was probably a good eat. That baby horse probably had a lot of protein and a lot of like I don't know
Dude,
what it would have had, but that sounds like a
yeah.
great meal for a mountain lion. And they're
To me,
used
it
to. I mean,
sounds.
think about it. What are lions chasing? Zebras, right?
Yeah,
And
dude.
gazelles. So it makes sense why they'd want the taste of
A horse.
a horse.
Yeah, dude.
That's
It
scary.
makes me. It makes me think there might have been more than one though. Like they might have been in some pack because of the way it was able to take the baby and attack the mom. It's almost like, dude, like strategic. Like there was multiple lions that attacked him and got that baby and ate it up. But I don't know. I wasn't there. It was a long time ago. It's just something crazy to think about. Like just what it used to be like here probably before we were all here. A lot of lions.
Yep, a lot of mountain lions. I bet for sure they could just run wild. I know in some places they're actually reintroducing mountain lions because it's kind of been like decimated, but they
Hmm.
do serve a purpose. I guess they kill off some of the herding animals. That if you let
Yeah,
the herd animals just go crazy, they'll just become way too overpopulated, and they
yeah.
just by them stampeding, they can fuck up some land, fuck up some
That's what
shit.
make Yeah, dude, that's what makes me wonder, like, what would have been the predator of bisons? Like what would have been the predator of elk, of deer, of all that, you know? And it would have been them for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Them too. Yeah, you're exactly right. Man, bison, the history of bison in this country is crazy. How we just
So
had,
sad. So
just
sad.
million. I don't know if it was millions. Millions might be a little too much, but we had definitely thousands of buffalo and
Yeah,
bison just
hundreds. Yeah.
naturally just you know roaming this land.
Yep,
And it's really sad how we don't really have that wild population anymore. We still got it
dude.
for like the meat industry, and I know bison's really really tasty and good, but man, that feeling of just getting to see all of those wild buffalo by the thousands
Yes,
herding
bro.
together. That sounds
Yes.
just something insane. Something
Those are.
it's really sad that we lost that. We really did lose that.
Yep.
Seth, look something up like that. I want to see buffalo herd. What do they look like mass wise? Like how many of them are in a herd?
Dude, maybe
Because
like
that's
Montana or Wyoming, probably still some herds left, but yeah, I don't know. Definitely in the Great Plains, or maybe Texas or I don't know, wherever the hell that we started settling. We used to, dude. I remember in school reading about that we would literally be on trains, dog, on trains, just freaking shooting them like targets and just leaving hundreds of bodies, just
and
leaving
that
them
and
there.
that was such a travesty for a lot of the natives at the time.
Oh
And that
yeah,
probably added to a lot of hostility between the two because
just
this is their
wasting their
natural
food.
food source, and you're just going through, and you're just for fun.
Yeah,
Even when the Japanese kill off all those dolphins, at least they're doing it for like their fins.
yeah. Look at that, dude. That's hell of bison.
That is
They
a
got
lot, but I wonder if that's how like I wonder if that's the normal size.
South Dakota.
South
Wow,
Dakota. Okay, have you been out there, Wyatt? South Dakota.
dude. No, I have a buddy from there, but
Okay,
never
for
been
sure.
there. Hey, he said that in South Dakota that weed grows all over the side of the road there naturally. Literally.
Really?
Yeah, I would have never thought that. He said it grows all over the side of the roads there.
That's actually really sick. I wonder,
I,
does it bud? Is it smokable or is it like
that's
hemp?
right. I think he said some of it's like the female plant too. Like it actually has buds, but I mean the THC percentage is probably very low because it's wild and it's. But I don't know. He said that there's like literally you just look out and see fields of it, like how we see just fields of grass here. There's just fields of wild marijuana there. I could be wrong, but dude, I just got told this by a buddy, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, if you live there, it could definitely be true. I mean, it is definitely a plant that grows naturally. That no doubt about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It definitely has the ability to grow in a lot of different climates for sure too. So that's really sick. That reminds me of when we found all that weed on the ranch, fucking back
dude.
in high school.
Hey, that wasn't natural though. That was cartel planted, brother.
See, that's the crazy thing that a lot of people don't know is yeah, a lot of these cartel people, they aren't growing all the weed in Mexico and bringing it out here. No, they're setting up shop here in America, in Cali, because it's a lot easier. You just plant it in the middle of the woods, in the middle of some forest, or on the backside of somebody's horse ranch. You know what I mean? Give it a couple of months, and you can start sending that anywhere in the country. So I wonder, that would kind of be a good movie idea. It's like you kind of stumble across all this weed. and you kind of steal a
Dude,
bunch of it, and then now the cartel's
dude.
after you, you know?
Damn,
And
that's a good movie plot.
that's just like that could be just a stoner comedy too. Because it's
Yeah,
just like you could just be you could be this scene where you're just smoking the most obscene amount of weed, like pounds and pounds,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
just just through the face, you and your homies.
Yeah.
Cartel shows up. Where's all our weed? Oh, we don't got it. Well, then give us all the money you guys made off of it. Oh, we didn't make
Yeah.
any money. Well, where's it all? We smoked it all. You know what I mean? It's just
Dude,
like
that
fuck.
that's some Harold and Kumar right there. That's like exactly a freaking weed comedy, bro. That's hilarious. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. That'd be really good.
Yeah, but I think that was that like our first experience with marijuana, or had we already smoked marijuana at that point?
Nah, that was our first, and even then we saw it and just left it for I think a year or two. We didn't even know what it was. Well, we knew that it was weed, but we did that was our first time ever seeing it. And so I remember I remember how scared we were when
I remember
we rolled up on
we were on
that.
the Rhino, right? We were on the
Yeah,
Rhino, just
but we
driving.
yeah, and then you could see that there was this weird little path, and we were like, "What is that path?" And then we get off and we start walking, and we like literally walk up to it and see these plants like 7 foot tall, dude, and we're just like staring at them. And we look, it's like a football field, dude, just a big ass freaking section of weed plants,
I
all
remember there was
like,
like there was hoses all over the floor and stuff. Like obviously people were going out and watering, using the
yeah,
ranch's water too.
yeah. And then we saw like water bottles and like a sleeping bag and like all this stuff. We're like, dude, people are like literally staying here and like watching this. Like, what the hell? This is crazy. There was no one there when we got there, but imagine if they would have saw us, bro. What if they would have just blasted us? Like, dude, seriously, that would have been crazy.
That was literally this was probably around 2014. This is before weed was even legalized. So this was a completely illegal operation all the way.
Yep.
Oh
They
man.
they probably thought they would never get caught because it wasn't on their land. They're just like, dude, no one's gonna find this. You know what I mean?
Or even if they
Dude,
do find it, it's not on us. You know, it's
yeah,
whoever owns this.
yeah. It's all gone now. What's funny is because when the DEA when they finally caught the guys that so that little farm, it also across the river was like all on this other property, and that guy was actually the one that was somehow interlinked with the cartel, and he was growing a shit ton on his property too, and when they finally caught him, they somehow figured out that it had spread to ours or that he was on ours too, and went over there and chopped it down and stuff.
When was it that we got a hold of it then? Was it after it already got chopped down, or did you? Because I remember you showed up and you said, check this out. And I'm like, what? And you showed me on the top of your roof, you had a couple of plants sun drying. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the heck? You
Yeah.
had the foresight to know, okay, I got to dry this shit. I got to cure this shit. You
Yeah.
know, where do you
Yeah.
think you got that knowledge from? Just the internet at the time on your iPad
No,
or your
no,
iPod?
dude. Straight up trial and error, baby. I don't know why the marijuana was calling my name, but after we found it, I would just, I'd always be so curious by that. I mean, we'd go out and do our same thing during the day, during the summer, exploring the ranch, but then I'd always be thinking in the back of my mind, like, damn, that's some crazy shit over there. Like, I don't know what that is, but some crazy shit. And so I remember going back. I don't think you're with me this time. I went back and I got a Gatorade bottle, just went and chopped like, dude, it's just like one thing like this had all nugs on it, and like three or four of those just straight with nugs. And obviously, I didn't even know how to trim or nothing back then, though. So I was like, chopped them, put it in the Gatorade bottle, took it, and I found like dude, this is so stupid. I found like some freaking leftover gum wrapper. I'm like, this looks like something they would use. You know what I mean?
Like to roll a joint or something? Like
Yeah, yeah.
smoky metal?
I tried getting some freaking fresh ass bud and like put it in there, try like rolling it. I get it rolled somehow. I'm just like holding it closed, and then I'm just like trying to light it, trying to inhale, trying to light it, trying to inhale. Dude, it would not light. It literally would not light. Like it just, I could literally hold the flame on it for like 30 seconds, and it still would not cherry. It wouldn't light. It was just so wet. And then I was like, man, there's got to be another way. Like this is not how it is in the movies or whatever. Like like this is not how it is. And so then I don't know what happened to where maybe just something clicked where I was like, dude, it's got to be more dry. It's too wet. And so I took those ones that I had left over from what I just broke down and just went and set them on my roof. And I was like, like 4 hours, it should be dry. It should be good. And then I remember they dried up, and I don't know how we smoked them or how we ended up
I
smoking
know
some of
exactly
that.
how we smoked them, bro. We went
How?
out. We were like, okay, if we're gonna do, I remember it was me. It was my friend Aaron, who's also a mutual friend. He'll be on the pod soon, and it was you. We were sitting at. We were at. I think we were at Zoomies, or we were at maybe some type of skate shop in the mall, sitting down watching a skate video, and they were smoking on there. And I remember just saying, "Bro, we should smoke weed." And Wyatt's like, "I got some at the house right now." And Aaron's like, "I'm down." So Aaron ends up making a pipe out of wood.
I
He
remember
makes
this.
his own. Now, Aaron, he's always been, he's an adventurer. He's a Bear Grylls type guy. He's a wood whittler. He's someone that's always been very creative, especially with nature. He always loves making knives out of sticks and stuff like that. So he turned that knife and he made it into a spoon. And that's what
Yep.
he was telling his friends, and his parents. I mean, look at this spoon I made, right? But
Yes,
he
bro.
ended up drilling a hole in this spoon and somehow made it into a makeshift pipe. And we went out to them. I remember we went out to the mountains. We literally drove into the orange fields to go to that one mountain that your grandpa always runs. And we climbed up a bit of it. And then we just, I think we took a couple hits out of the pipe. And I feel like maybe I don't think it affected me too much in the beginning, but I just remember just like the excitement of all. I was just laughing. I was just laughing because I just thought it was so funny. Us three, we're all fucking teenagers. We got this weed off of the ranch, off of some cartel members, just the pure, like, we're smoking out of a wooden pipe that Aaron made. It's just like the absurdity of everything. And to think that, that one toke kind of led to, a bunch of other way better tokes. Because I remember the second time I smoked, it was you're like, I'm actually going to get some good shit. You hit up a homie and it was lemon haze. And that shit blew my fucking socks off. And I was like, this shit's different. This shit's
Yep.
different.
Yep.
And that was insane. We had a great time that day.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I remember now that you talk about that mountain. I remember everything about it now. Like we were trying to hide behind a little rock to get the wind to stop blowing, so we could try and light the pipe. And yeah, like me too. Like I don't think it actually hit. Besides maybe like a super light head change, but definitely didn't get high. I would say like maybe the THC percentage was low, or either way,
We
it
were
wasn't
high
the.
on life that day either way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
dude.
we were all the buddies were together. We were gonna
Yeah,
be vibing no matter what.
exactly. So then I remember it must have been maybe honestly I feel like it was a while, maybe like 4 to 6 months later, once I actually smoked some good weed, and that was when I was like, it was summertime. I was bored as hell. Like I was getting to that age where like I was just taking the ranch for granted. I was bored as hell, dude. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna try some actual weed. So I hit up my buddy who lives in Sanger by Cesar Chavez, and I was like, dude, this guy's gonna have actual weed because he smoked with his cousin who was like 5 or 6 years older, who was actually in high school already. So then I go over to his house. I bring $20, and I'm like, I think I brought $10. I don't even know. And I'm like, dude, let's go get some weed and let's smoke. And he's like, all right, bet. We freaking get on Razor scooters, bro, and we start mobbing hella far in Sanger, bro. It probably took us like 30 minutes just to ride over to this place, and
Pulling
then
up on the scooter.
we get there. I'm just kicking back on the sidewalk all nonchalant. I give him my $10. I'm like, I don't even know what I asked for. I just said, here's my $10. And then he's just like, all right, be right back. And then he freaking comes back out with a little tiny plastic bag. Literally one nug was inside there, one nug. And I was like, I didn't know what to think. I just looked at it and like, damn, this looks nothing like the shit that we had. It had orange hairs on it, hella crystals. I was like, damn, this looks like nothing like that shit. So I put it in my pocket. I'm all hyped. We're just riding back. I'm all excited. And then we get back to his house and he's just like chilling for a minute. And I'm like, bro, come on, let's hit up your cousin. Let's go do this shit. And he's like, all right, go. His cousin literally lived like 4 houses down. Go. He knocks on his door. He's like, cousin opens the door, probably already blazed now I think about it. And he's just like, yeah, we could smoke. Goes out. He literally had this car, bro, that was in front of his house that didn't run. I don't think that car ran for like 10 years. It was just a smoke hotbox car. He would just
Oh
smoke in
my
that car.
god!
Yeah, bro. So literally, we get in this we get in this car, and my homie gets in the front seat. I'm in the back seat, and then dude, it smells like just straight weed in that car. And but dude, now I think about it, he didn't have no keys or nothing. He probably wouldn't even got a DUI. It was just a chill spot. And so he freaking pulls out a little grinder. He grinds up some of I think he takes my weed. I don't know. Anyways, grinds up some weed, and he has this bong. Packs a little bowl. He hits it. Packs my buddy a bowl. Hits it. just using my weed. Packs another bowl finally for me. He's like, "Hey, here you go." And I'm like, "All right." Take a hit, and then dude, I don't know if I didn't. I think he packed me a small ass snap because he knew it was my very, very, very first time. So he packed me like this like little ass snap, and I just pulled it all the way through, killed it. Didn't cough or nothing, and they look back at me like all tripped out, and I'm like, I don't know, like whatever. And then I see this other bong on the ground. It's literally one of those ones from the 99-cent store, bro. It's a freaking blue, freaking plastic
Dude,
straight tube,
I
and it
was
has a
thinking about all the Gatorade bottles we've smoked out of, how terrible
yes,
that is with
bro.
the microplastic. God.
So bad, bro. Out of sockets and pens, just like an actual pen. So then I tell him, like, dude, can we smoke out of that? And he's like, yeah, we can smoke out of that one if you want to. Because we were smoking out of a glass bong before that, so it was stupid for me to ask to smoke out of a cheap ass plastic bong. But
You just wanted to, or you like the look
I
of it, or
just,
what was
I
it?
just didn't. I didn't know. I don't know. It was my way of asking for another bowl too, because I wanted to smoke more anyways. Because it hadn't hit me yet. Nothing had hit me at all. I didn't feel shit. So literally, he packs me a way bigger bowl than that blue one, right? And then they didn't even go this time. They just gave it right to me. I'm like, all right, sick. I'm on the spotlight. Light it up. Cherry the bowl, bro. Hit it for like a cool 10 seconds. Like it was a fat ass hit, to be honest. Like for one of my first hits, and clear that shit. And again, they look at me like eyes wide, like surprised that I was able to do it. And I remember coughing a little bit, and then I'm like, damn, okay. We waited in there for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then his buddy was just like, all right, I'm gonna go inside. And we're like, all right, later. As soon as I open the door, bro, I open the door and the wind hits me. The whole high hit me at one time. Oh, the whole entire high just hit me right there. Boom, smacked me. And I just remember like this big ass smile came on my face. I was like, what the hell is this? Got on the scooter, ride like 1 block to the park, get to the park, bro, sit down, straight trip, like an actual acid trip. I'm just tripping, bro. Literally, I look down at my hands. They look like I'm the Michelin Man. I look like I'm a cartoon. I'm just like laughing hella hard. And then my buddy's like, bro, you good? And then I was just like, dude, I was just dying laughing. And then I remember after that, once my mom picked me up, hours later, had an amazing time. Amazing time. Hours later, I remember I'm like on social media, Instagram or something, and I see freaking this quote is like, weed is something to do when there's nothing to do. And I was like, bro, that's it.
And there's usually not a lot to do in the Central Valley, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely took advantage of the ranch, and we kind of got tired of it at a later age. But there's really not too much to do, so it makes sense why people smoke a lot of weed out there. And on top of that, we didn't even realize we're smoking some of the best weed in the world. And I'm not just saying, we're smoking Cali weed. No, we're smoking up north Cali weed. People would bring shit from San Francisco, from Humboldt, from Mendo County, and it's only a 3-hour drive to Central Valley, and you got 500,000 people right there. It makes
Yep.
sense why they would get there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we didn't even realize we're just smoking the best weed in
In
the
that world at
world.
the time.
Not
Yeah,
even
in the whole
realize.
world. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, honestly. It's
Yeah,
really
it is,
wild.
because I remember when I got down to Santa Barbara, instantly it was different. It went from Humboldt weed to cartel weed. It was all stuff that was grown down south, some of it in Mexico, and it definitely wasn't as good. So I had a huge shock, like, wow, Central Valley really does have some of the best weed, to be honest. Like, to
That's
be really real.
crazy. That's crazy.
And
Damn.
nowadays, now I feel like everywhere in Cali is smoking the same shit, because now that it's legalized, everyone can get everything everywhere. But back then, we were living in a really crazy time where we
Yeah.
didn't even know. It's almost like the universe put it in our laps. We weren't going out
Dude.
there trying to be a follower, trying to be like someone, like our friend.
Yep.
Neither of us really had an influential person that was older that was telling us to do this. It was kind of just a spark of the moment. Plus, we just knew that you had all of it because of all the stuff from the ranch, which
Yep.
we just thought was a crazy thing. And, Aaron had his fucking wooden spoon that he made into a pipe. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
it really is. It's definitely something that, if it was recreated in like a film, it'd be some dope fucking movie shit. You know what I mean? It'd be a cool scene. It's like some super bad shit.
Yeah, it wasn't coincidence, bro. We chose us. It was like, hey, dude, you guys are meant to smoke me, Like, seriously, dude. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then now, I mean, we got to tell everyone, now you're kind of on a sober binge right now, right?
Yeah,
So
dude,
I
right
mean,
now.
it's not like, we're complete, potheads or anything like that. I mean, even if we are, that's not an insult to me. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying there's definitely a balance in it. And now that we're getting a little bit older, we're kind of understanding it a little bit more. When you're, 16, 17, you have nothing to do, no responsibilities. There's no reason why you can't just smoke. You know what I mean? Because it's like, there's nothing for you to do. So it's like, but when you get a little bit older, you got more responsibilities. You realize, okay, there's some times of the day where I should be sober, clear mind, you know, be my natural self, but, and I'm really glad that we don't have a lot of substance abuse problems in our friend group. We don't have anyone that's going crazy on anything, which is
Yep.
really a blessing.
Yeah. That's what literally started the sober kick, though. What you just said is, I think if anything, I'd abused the weed too much, dude. I'd wake up and just smoke the second I got up, smoke, and then throughout the day, smoke all day long, bro. Like, dude, weed's a medicine. I mean, you know this. Dude, freaking that shit helps with so much stuff. And
Yeah.
when we're younger, it helped with a lot of shit. I mean, it helped cure our boredom mostly. but
You were such a fucking smart kid in middle school and all this. And I
yeah,
feel like in high school, you just got bored, that you
yeah,
weren't taking any AP classes or anything like that. They were trying to kick you out of classes, not get you into better ones. So it's like, it makes sense why you went that route is that you were bored. It's like, there's nothing for you. If you were learning shit and you were excited, you wouldn't have been, stoned the whole day. So
exactly.
it
But
definitely does go back to, you need to have something in your life that you're really passionate about.
yeah,
Um, because
it's true,
that would
dude.
just help. That would help a lot too. Keep you in a mental clear state for sure.
I feel like even if I was like into like rodeo, like if I never would have got out of rodeo, I wouldn't have been the same. I would have had rodeo on my hands. But instead, dude, I didn't play polo until later. And then once I was playing polo, polo and weed went right together because everyone on the team already smoked. So, I mean, like, dude, it was just before that. Yeah, for 2 years out of high school, freshman and sophomore year, it just got turned it into a really big old habit, honestly. And then I carried that habit throughout my younger 20s until now. And I'm like, dude, this habit is out of hand. Like, first, I'm wasting money. Second, I'm disrespecting the weed because it needs to be treated with actual respect. And third, I'm now doing physical damage to my body because of how much I abuse it, bro. Like I'm literally damaging my lungs, and you only get one set of lungs. Like this is crazy. And so that's what really made me be like, dude, yeah, you need to take a step back, you know?
And that's
So
that's really good that you're at this point. I think it's a real mature thing. But I also just think it's definitely what you say that really hits with home is you're not respecting the weed.
yeah,
It's that the fact is human beings have been smoking this stuff or at least consuming it in some type of way for thousands of years. You know what I mean? It's grown alongside humanity. So it does make sense that, just as in something like alcohol, just as something like even, something like sex, it's like this is something that's, it's inherently part of being a human being, but you can go a little bit of control if you don't have any self control. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely been trying my best to honestly remain a little bit sober out here too. Because I feel like when I went to France, that was 6 months clean sober.
that was
And I
crazy,
remember there'd be
bro.
days where I'd just be like, man, dude, I wish I had something to do because like I just want to do something right now, like even
Yeah.
something boring, like work on homework or something. But and then once I got back to Santa Barbara, I feel like I kind of got back in the Cali routine. It really is the Cali routine. You do not
Oh yeah.
feel like a crack fiend out here in Cali. You
Nope.
feel like
Doesn't.
I'm living the Cali lifestyle, and in a way, you
Yep.
definitely are. You definitely
Yeah.
are in a way. And there's
That's
a
true, dude.
vibe to it. You're on another vibe. It's way cooler.
That's true.
So if you're able to find a way to not abuse it and just, use it for when you need it, I mean, it's something that I don't see a reason why it doesn't need to be part of your arsenal of, things to
Oh
do,
yeah. Oh yeah.
And, I definitely think, some negative side effects of it, especially, messing up your lungs and stuff. But surprisingly, with all the scientific research, they're making ways that's going to be, that's not going to be a problem in the future. If you're just eating gummies 24/7, everyone love their gummies, bro. Everyone put it in a gummy and people go crazy, dude.
That's true. See, that's the thing. I was just smoking too much actual bud, just marijuana throughout the day. Like you said, you haven't taken a bong rip in years. I was just doing bong rips, dude, just coughing up brown and shit. I'm like, damn, this
Yeah.
is horrible.
I just
So,
hated seeing the bong get so dirty and then
yeah,
thinking, oh,
that's my
so some of
lungs.
that's going in my lungs. You know what I mean? And you're
Yeah.
just like, especially the way that we hit the bong, where we're
Yeah.
snapping it through the whole time. We're literally
Yep.
getting the ash and forcing it to go into the water
Oh yeah.
rather than throwing it out. It's like, wasn't
Yeah.
the best method for sure.
Yep. It's true, dude. It's very true. Hey, dude, why don't you tell them about when you got back from France? Tell them the RSO. What was that like?
Oh my God. I love this story. I'm going to turn this story into a script because I want my little brother Joaquin to play me as it. So let me go over the story. So I got back from France, 6 months sober. It's really funny because I got out of the airport and my homie Dio, he immediately hits me up and says, "Bro, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Bro, I just landed in LA." He said, "Bro, I'm going to come pick you up right now." And I said, "I got a bus that's going back to Pismo." And he's like, "Cancel the bus, get a different bus." And I was like, "Fuck. All right, it's been 6 months, bro. I'm down." Immediately picks me up. This is how the universe works for me, picks me up from where I'm at across the street, not just a dispo, the Stizzy store, the Stizzy
Damn.
warehouse store.
Damn.
So we're like, "Bro, the Stizzy store is right there. Let's go." So we show up, we get a blunt, we split the blunt, and I'm tweaking. I'm thinking, "Bro, I'm gonna fucking freak out." You know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking freak out or something. It's all about the vibes, bro.
Yep.
Me and my homie, we hadn't seen each other. We both spark it up. It's all love. We just connect on a different fucking plane. We're just vibing,
Uh-huh.
laughing, telling each other what we've been up to, talking about our experiences. The weed was in the background. I was high on life first, and then maybe I had a little buzz.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, okay, everything's chill. Everything's like, weed's great. I'm back to normal. This is it. So my friend Aaron, who we've talked about before, he now works at a dispo in Morro Bay. So I wanted to go see his shop because he's super proud of like where he's at. He was trying really hard to get this job. He finally got it. Now he got some place in Morro, which is sick. So I go and see the shop and he said, "Have you heard of this RSO?" And I'm like, "No, what is it?" He says, Rick Simpson oil. It was designed to treat cancer patients, people that don't want to go on chemo. So I think about, the types of cancer you have with chemo. It's like if you want to treat your cancer with marijuana or maybe even treat the negative side effects of chemo, you have to take like fucking 500 milligrams of
Yeah.
THC or some shit.
Yeah.
These guys are in so much pain. Marijuana, it takes away pain for sure, but it's no fucking opioid. It's no Vicodin. It's not going to numb you. So if you
Yep.
want to feel that numbness, you got to go into those high THC levels. So I think this one was 1,000 milligrams for the whole pen. And it
Yep.
came in this really, really weird pen where it was like, it's like the clicker pens, So you click
Yeah.
it and it would come out. And me and my brother were just trying so hard to figure out how this thing worked. Like we couldn't get the pin to work, bro. So we're like, we couldn't figure it out. So we're getting pissed. Like, what the fuck? Why isn't this not working? Finally, I don't know how, but Seth sticks it in my mouth and just he does it, and all of that buildup of all of the pressure we were using just all in my mouth. So and I'm like, "Oh shit, this is too much." And then Steph's like, "Oh dude, no, swallow, swallow." I'm like, "All right, swallow it." I knew I fucked up. I'm like, "How much do you think that was?" It was. I don't know the exact dosage. It was probably definitely 100% over 100 mil, probably over 150. This is especially after like 6 months of being sober, no edibles. And I just remember being freaked out and thinking, I need to go to sleep because I do not want to feel this high. You know what I mean? I don't want to go through this. I'm going to sleep. I'm skipping over it.
Yeah.
And I just remember I woke up and I felt so out of place. Like, what the fuck? That's weird. I need to go back to bed. So I went back to sleep. I knew it hit me. And that was when it started getting trippy. That was when it felt almost like a different experience because I remember waking up. I went to bed and I woke up right instantaneously. And I felt like I was in almost Avatar, the blue people one. When they go into the Avatar bodies, what are they in? They're in that little Cairo sleep thing. And I swear I woke up in one of those. And I get up and there's just these guys, crew members or whatever, looking at me. "What are you doing up? You're not supposed to be up." And what? "Go back to sleep." And I remember, okay, put the thing back on me, get in my Cairo sleep, wake up. I'm in my home bed. What
No.
the fuck? I need to get some fucking water. This is not real. I get some water. Wow, that was a fucking crazy dream. I need to stop this shit. I'm going back to sleep. Fuck this. Go back to sleep. Wake up. Back. What are you doing here, man? I remember at this point there was a window. I think I looked out the window and I saw like we were in space or some shit. No, I didn't see Earth or anything, but
Bro.
I felt
Yeah.
like I was in space. And he said, "What do you go like? What something's wrong. You need to go back." And I just remember, okay, going back, and I got stuck in a fucking loop. That probably happened
No.
maybe 5 times. Waking up, freaked out. I need to get some water. Drink the water. Okay, that's not real. I'm going back to sleep. Going back to get in bed. Shh. What are you doing here? You're not. Oh, fuck. All right. And then I'm back at the fuck drinking the water again. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh, you're not supposed to be here. And then I'm drinking the water. And I'm like, what's going on, man? This is scary shit. So luckily, it didn't last all night. I finally fell asleep. I stayed asleep. I woke up the next day. I was freaked out for a minute. I was like, that was something else. That was crazy.
Yeah,
And
dude. I wonder where you're waking up. Seriously. That's the crazy part.
it's like, where do we go in our dreams? That is the crazy thing that us humans, we dream every single day for about 8 hours. Where the fuck is our consciousness in that point? You know what I mean? Is it
Yeah.
just in our mind? Is it leaving the body to go somewhere? It's really crazy.
It feels like those are real sometimes too. Like, is that actually happening? Is that someone's reality? Are those people that are just walking around in your dream, is that their real life? It's weird.
Is that your past life? Is that your future life? There's a lot of things. That's when we get in.
Yeah.
I remember you actually, you taught me about lucid dreaming back in middle school. When I unlocked that took dreaming to a whole nother level, when you're like able to control some of it, and I feel
Yeah.
like I was able to do that to a certain extent, but I never had full control. I never like had full control of realizing, okay, I'm in a dream. It was always like, oh, I'm in a dream. I'm going to try to do some skateboard tricks or something that I normally can't do. And that's how nowadays when I dream and I skate, I automatically realize it's a dream because I'm like, I suck ass at skating. No fucking way I can kickflip. I'm just like kickflipping in the dream and thinking, wait a minute, you fucking suck at skateboarding. No way you could do that trick. And I'm like, oh, must be in a dream. All right, might as well hit a tray. And just, like that's fun. That's definitely fun. And it's happened quite a few times. But being able to control the lucid dream, that was something I remember. You're the one that taught me that.
Yeah, but see, I still suck. I can't even do that, dude. I want to at nighttime. I want to just be like control my dreams completely, drive a car into space, but I can't. I don't know. The only thing I've ever done in a dream that is close to lucid dreaming is that when I have like these scary type dreams, like for example, I think my son was like 6 months old and I had a dream that we were at dinner with him and then all of a sudden we lost him. Yeah, dude. And then now my dream is like I'm searching for my kid and I'm like have the biggest panic feeling in my life. I'm like looking everywhere. And then like the restaurant turns into a house and now I'm inside this huge house and I'm like looking through this mansion, like looking for him. And then I see people that are in this house. I don't want to get caught because I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm like looking for him. It's weird, bro. And now I'm in like this haunted mansion. You know what I mean? It's just a trippy ass dream. And finally I get overwhelmed. Like I can't find him. I don't know where he's at. There's too many ghosts and shit in this mansion. And finally I just get so fed up. I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna fly. I go outside and I just start flapping my arms down like a bird. Literally just start flapping my arms down. At first, it doesn't work. And then I literally think about some Peter Pan shit. I'm like, damn, you gotta believe. So I start hella believing. I'm like, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly. Start freaking, every flap is actually pushing me up. At first, I was going like 10 feet, then 20 feet, then 30 feet. The next thing you know, I actually fly up like, I don't know, 100 feet in the air. And I'm just hella flapping my arms. And I look down and there's like this big ass like ring of fire around the whole thing I'm looking at. Like the whole like house and like restaurant and shit is like a big old ring of fire. I'm like, then I woke up. Weird ass dream. But that's like the only time I've ever taken over a dream. I just learned how to fly. But that's
Damn.
it.
No, I think flying has always been my thing. I always have to like resort to like some type of jetpack because I don't
Yeah.
think I could fly without it. Like I need something to be okay. This is how it works.
Try
It's like
flapping your arms, dude. Just
I
try
think flapping.
freaking.
I should have tried flapping my arms. I think that'd be
Yeah.
crazy. That'd be sick.
Be like a
But I
bird.
haven't lucid. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the more sober you are, the better it is. to lucid dream
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
My dr- my dreams have been crazy because I have all this buildup of like dreams,
Tell
and
me
now
about
just
that.
dude, just weird dreams. Oh, dude, I had this other scary ass dream. For some reason, the scary ones are the ones that resonate so hard. You know, like they're the ones that just get stuck in my brain. But literally, I wake up and so no, sorry. I go to sleep and then I wake up. Almost like you said that happened to you. I go to sleep and then I wake up and I'm in this bed in this house, and I'm like, feels hella real. I'm like, what the hell? And then I freaking go, and next thing I know, like I looked at the clock on the freaking whatever. I see that it's like 2 a.m. middle of the night. I'm like, fuck. Go outside, and then I'm literally like, just it's like a weird ass. I'm somewhere in the country, hella green grass, big old trees. I'm like, okay, going for a night walk. I don't know. I guess the moon was bright that night. I could see pretty good. Just walking, walking, walking. I'm literally walking for a long ass time. Like I probably walked like a good quarter mile away from the house for some reason. I don't know what's happening in this dream. And then all of a sudden I just hear these two hunters talking. Hunters at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night, by the house. And I'm like, what the fuck? And as soon as I like start realizing it, dude, like this huge wave of fear washes over me because I'm realizing those are not hunters, bro. No one's hunting at this time by my house in the middle of the fucking night. Like, and then like, have you ever heard of what a skinwalker is?
Yeah, that's like a Native American folklore, right?
Yeah. So, dude, literally, they say that these things will imitate people or humans a lot of times, like in distress, you know, but like to try and draw you to them. And so that's like automatically I get the thought like that's something along those lines. It's like acting like some hunters to get me to go over there to get my ass. So I'm like, fuck this. And I turn around, and dude, like the whole time this freaking mound of fear is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And like I turn around, start going back towards the house. I can see the house hella far, like a quarter mile away. And I'm like, don't run, you know, don't amplify it. Just I start walking back. And as soon as I just feel something's coming, and I can literally tell, I'm like, fuck, like, because I haven't looked back at all. I'm scared as fuck. And then I hear, doo, 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 doo. And literally, bro, like I look over, I glance as it comes right here. It literally ran like a foot away from me. And there's this thing, tall as hell, like 8 foot tall, just skin, I don't know, fucking humanoid thing, I don't know, runs right past me. And I'm like, fuck this shit. Woke up. But yeah, I remember scary ass dreams like that. Like shit just scaring the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that
But
sounds terrifying.
yeah, but see when I'm smoking, dude, I just zonk out, comatose the whole night.
So I was
Gone.
actually watching this really cool podcast. Andrew Huberman, chill as fuck, totally a bro guy, but like he's smart as hell too, scientist, neuroscientist. And he talks about how like when you do smoke marijuana, it prohibits you from entering like your deepest REM sleep. And that's where your major dreams come in. Because when you're dreaming, your body's completely still. Like that's when your body like goes down to a really like lower heart rate, and that's when most of your recovery actually happens. So it does suck. I've definitely been noticing it a lot, and I'm trying to test it out. Like, what's the best way to get the best amount of sleep? And like, you really shouldn't smoke too much right before bed if you want to
Hmm.
like wake up early the next day. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been noticing. And yeah, there's definitely probably another thing is there's a huge difference. Is that the baby? Is that Jack?
He's been saying dad for like 10 minutes, bro.
Oh,
So
that's so cute.
yeah,
Dude, we could definitely wrap this up soon. We're already at an hour and 18, man. Do you want to go in
yeah,
and finish up soon?
yeah. It's whenever you're ready, dude.
Sure.
I'll hop on here next time. We got infinite to chat about, bro. Me and you can
We
never
got
run out of
infinite
stuff
to
to talk
chat about,
about.
dude. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, why I got to say, I'm really thankful for you stopping by today, dude, being in our second
hell
episode.
yeah.
I really hope that I can get this posted pretty soon so you can check it out, send it to your friends or whatever. But, dude, thanks so much, bro. You're always great to talk to.
Oh
I
yeah,
hope you
dude.
have a really good rest of your day, bro. I hope you get to hang out with him. Say hi from me.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but, dude, just thanks for joining me and Seth here today for
Hell
another
yeah.
episode of I Love You, Man. And I
Thank you
think it goes
guys.
without saying, dude, I love you, man. And I
I
always
love you,
will.
man.
So
For sure, buddy.
I'll go ahead and catch you, bro. All right.
All
Peace
right.
out, bro.
Later, doggy. Later,
See you,
dogs.
dog.